What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 2 Ghost, Season 2, Episode 5. We halfway done with the season already, okay? This kind of came quick. I wonder how this last part of the season gonna go. But Episode 5, Coming Home to Roost. So the episode starts off and, you know, we got a limo going down the street. And I'm like, who is that? Okay. Baby, that's Zeke, that's Monet, and that's Davis. They about to turn Zeke in, okay? And my whole thing is this. Who are they that they need a limo to turn up to the police station? And then for Davis to say, we're going to go in through the back so we can avoid the cameras or whatever. I'm sitting here like, y'all bringing more attention to yourselves up in this little limo. It was nice and they was dressed good, okay? They was dressed funeral sharp, okay? I said, listen, are we going to a funeral or are we going to turn ourselves in? They giving him pointers, Zeke looking out the window, seeing people playing basketball. I'm pretty sure he was thinking, damn, my whole career and my life just going down the drain over some bitch, okay? Because she can't keep her in her pants, okay? Can't keep her legs closed. I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking at this point. But he probably was thinking like this in his head. Damn, I don't know what's going on. You know how Zeke is. Have y'all seen that video that was posted of him singing? This show has ruined him for me, okay? Because he got a little vocal. He need a little more vocal coaching, just a little bit, but he can carry a tune. But every time I hear him and I see him, I just dumb. Okay, I just feel like he's dumb. I don't know why they got this man playing so stupid on here. But anyway. So they get to the police station. They telling him what they need to do. Listen, don't talk to nobody up in there. Don't try to get buddy with nobody up in there. People try to use you, all that stuff. So they get up in there, and he was like, the white detective was like, the bald headed one that was there earlier. He was like, what y'all doing here? Oh yeah, I'm here to turn in the client or whatever, Zeke. He said, oh, you, And next thing you know, Sullivan and Tate and Kamal Tate and Whitman, they come about the room and basically said that we no longer need your services, Zeke. You're no longer a suspect. It doesn't look like that you had anything to do with anything for right now. Of course, Detective Whitman had to say for right now. He's just so hell bent on putting this on Zeke. And it's disgusting the way that he is going about this, and I am so glad we have Detective Kamal there. Okay, we have Tate there so that we can snap this fool back into place. And I was with Davis. Y'all need to put a public press conference out there to tell them that, he is no longer a suspect and he never really was a suspect, to be honest. And at this point, Kamal had went up in there talking to Detective Whitman, and he was trying to say some stuff to them. And then Whitman had cut him off. And so Kamal had called him out on that. Why are you doing that, okay? Why are you cutting me off? Well, I didn't want you to say nothing that will further help their investigation or whatever. I said, listen, shut up, Whitman. You doing too much. And even Kamal had to call him out like, listen, he is not guilty of this. We have other suspects. And if you will listen to what I'm trying to say, every time he trying to get something out of his mouth, Detective Wickman want to keep on talking and trying to overtalk him. And it's getting on my nerves. And I really want him to punch him in his face, okay? Because he's acting, he needs to get off this case. He's acting obsessed. His judgment is cloudy. Kamal telling him about Jabari's books. He writes about stuff that actually happens. He probably changes the location, but the locations actually, the name of the locations or whatever, but he describes them as things that's actually, real locations. So one of his book, we know what his book was about. The first one was about the relationship that he was in with Carrie. That was what, was the muse for that book, okay? The inspiration for that book. This one is talking about some drug activity that's going down on a particular campus of a college that sounds so much like Stansfield. So maybe he was looking into something that got him killed, okay? And I'm sitting here like, yes, come on, that's literally what happened. That is literally what happened. And so, he couldn't help but just stand there and look stupid, Detective Whitman. Meanwhile, what's that boy? Tariq, he had woke up late after fucking around with Lauren, trying to see if Zeke was finna turn himself in. Asking Davis when they was turning him in, they was already at the police station. He need to hurry up and go ahead and get out. And Lauren was like, hold on. Girl, I said, at this point, Lauren, it's too many red flags. The boy ain't got time for you. You're not a priority. You're not even top 5 right now, okay? And I just need you to let this go. Because when you came up out that bathroom, he was gone. Braden gonna start feeling some type of way because right now he a little stupid, okay? He a little stupid, he a little gullible, he a little naive. He still will do what Tariq says before he start doing what he want to do. Because at this point, when Tariq finally come up into the room, Braden wakes up and was like, we got some stuff going on. They doing drug searches. Some of our clients got caught up in it. Tariq ain't even paying attention. Tariq is loading the gun and looking at the legal document. Big Mama saying that they going to court and all that. And he was like, okay, cool, whatever. We'll talk about that shit later. But, I got some other stuff to do. And if Kane had he come looking for me, okay, nah, cool. So if he hasn't any of them to hide the people, don't say shit to him, okay? Don't say nothing to him. Don't say nothing about where I'm at. I said, oh, okay. But see, this is the part that got me. Carrie got a phone call. Oh my God, hold on. It busts me up because I seen this meme. I seen this meme of what's her name? Monet, right? And it was talking about it was talking about the different expressions that she had for happy, sad, excited, worried or whatever. And they was all harsh expressions. It was so funny because the way she answered that phone, and then I think Carrie asked her, is everything okay? What's going on with Zeke? Is the situation with Zeke okay? She was like, bitch, I ain't calling about you or something like that. She asked about herself or whatever. She was like, girl, I'm doing what you asked or whatever. She was like, bitch, I ain't calling about you. I said, well, goddamn, Monet, you ain't have to say it like that. I said, girl, you are so rude. She was like, whatever it is that you're doing, Zeke is cool right now. We don't need all of that. Stop what you're doing. But if you ever fuck around with my nephew again, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to bust your ass. I said, listen, Monet, you have to stop this threats, okay? At this point, here comes Kamal coming up in at Carrie trying to get her to get on their side to work on stuff. I said, oh, so now Carrie ain't a suspect no more either? Okay, I guess. Meanwhile, they up in the classroom. Well, Mary J. Blige went to go see Dante or had him meet up at the bar, okay? And he trying to see what's good. Listen, we don't need your money no more. Zeke is all in the clear. We don't need your help. His whole thing is, that's my son. You my woman, okay? You was my woman before you was old boy woman, and I don't like the way you going, okay? You all up in the street right now. I know you ain't been getting, you living this lifestyle, and I can tell because the clothes that you wearing, you ain't getting no money from this bar paying for the clothes that you got on, all right? You can get up out the street, okay? I can come up here, and I can do all this stuff for you. He making it like, I can just build this better life. You could be at home chilling and you ain't got to lift a finger. You ain't got to hustle no more, Ma. Okay, you ain't got to do none of that. And I'm sitting here like, do you see how hard Monet is? Oh, baby, you're going to have to come harder than that to just get her out the street game, okay? She said, I already got a exit strategy. I said, what? Zeke already pissed off at your ass because he was like, even though they put that out there, he's still radioactive. He still got to clear his name and what people got to say about him. Even though they say that he ain't no suspect no more. Y'all know how it is, especially with black people. Girl, that stigma still going to be on us regardless, And so at this point, Dante talking about I can take care of you and you could put the kids, have a living trust or whatever for the kids, not just our son, but all your kids. And had this legal document already pulled up as if she's supposed to sign the shit right there with all the kids' name on it. I said, Kane is a junior? So Kane is to Lorenzo Tejada Jr. I said, all right. So at this point, I'm just like, Dante, stop it. Stop it. You're doing too much. Okay. You trying to get her to break. Like she said, we had to meet up in this bar because I didn't want to meet up in no hotel because I don't know what I was going to do with you. I said, ooh, temptation. Okay. But at this point, Dante said, whatever you want to do, I ain't finna leave New York without you. I said, hold up. Now, on the one hand, I'll be a little scared. But on the other hand, all right, you gonna have to chase me. I can't come on ahead and just give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Just chase a little bit. I think Monet like it. I think Monet like it because Monet ain't been getting this type of attention in a minute, and she already told Lorenzo that she already fed up. Okay, and I feel like Dante was her first love. She got with whatever happened between her and Dante that ended, or something happened between them that caused her to go to Lorenzo out of security and safety. That's what it was. But meanwhile, we get to this whole class thing. Here come Carrie coming up in the class. Okay, Lauren talking about what's going on with you, Tariq, because you just left out. He like, listen, bitch, I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Forget about the fact that I got to get an apartment for my sister and me. And she was like, oh, I can go help you. Okay, cool. Carrie come up in there and turned the whole lesson about what they were supposed to be doing to something about karma. And she kept on asking Tariq, what's karma? I need a better answer, Tariq. I need a better answer, Tariq. No, I said, oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Basically saying what you doing, you're not going to get away with it. It's going to come right back on your ass, okay? And she just kept targeting Tariq, and I was like, oh, what's going on, baby girl? You know something that we don't know? Or do you know that what we already know? Like, what's happening? Tariq on the campus trying to talk to Lauren. Lauren was like, girl, what's up with that? He was like, listen, I don't know, okay? But I'm finna go see this apartment. Next thing you know, Lauren said, look at Zeke over there. Just kikiing it up. Should he be out here doing that? I mean, Zeke he just on the block on campus, just like nothing happened. Cause at first I was like, that's Zeke. Girl, he blended right back in. I said, I guess don't nobody care. Next thing you know, Monet ass standing right there. I said, bitch, that bitch just popped up like she was in the Matrix, okay? Black coat and all. I said, girl, she said, Tariq, let's go. Lauren said, who is that? I said, mind your business. Mind your business. That's all. So, Tariq got in the car with Auntie, okay, with Monet, and listen, I don't understand why they keep doing Tariq like this. First of all, it's a running joke that they have him just running and walking everywhere out there in New York. Everybody else got a car but him. He keep getting left on the sidewalk. He keep getting left in these alleyways or whatever because Monet done pulled him under a bridge or something, like some old railroad. I don't know. Someplace, all to tell him, what was the one rule that I told you that you had to abide by? What was the first rule? The first rule was to keep Zeke out of all of this, okay? And she want to understand what is going on and how come Zeke is involved in this, all right? What is it that y'all did, you and Kane? So, of course, he relays the story. Reynolds got caught up in some stuff. Reynolds was all up in our business. Reynolds knew Drew's name, and I told Kane. Kane popped his ass, and next thing you know, we in this mess right here, right now. That's why we was using Ramirez's gun and all this stuff, and woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. So, we get that. And at this point, I'm thinking Monet about to pop him, okay? At least try to wound him so that he can know, listen, I ain't the one that be played with. She did have a little gun, but she said, you know what? Okay, cool. So if you want to get your trust back with me, get my trust and my respect back, you got to gain that back, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to get close to Kane and see where he get his connect from. Who is his connect? Meanwhile, she having the same conversation with Kane, saying that, oh, yeah, he admitted what you said, but what I need you to do is I need you to get close to him and to see his weakness so we can learn how to control him and do whatever we need to do. And I said, oh, so we playing these people against each other, right? So at one point, Kane went over there to go see Brayden, and he asking him about Tariq. Of course, Tariq ain't there, and Brayden mentions, oh, he probably at his girlfriend because I haven't seen him in a couple of days, all right? And so at this point, here come Lauren. She comes in, Kane flirting with her. Hey, light skin. I said, excuse me, sir. Brady was like, who is this? I mean, she was like, who is this, Brayden? This Lorenzo. My name Lorenzo. Okay, what's good? I said, your name really is Lorenzo. I don't like it. You don't look like a Lorenzo. You look like a Kane. Okay, so stop it. But he flirting with her, trying to find out where Tariq at. And this girl just put it out there. Mind you, Brayden was trying to avoid him because Tariq said avoid them. Don't tell him where I'm at. This girl came in and said, well, he got a custody hearing for his sister. I said, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ. This girl just gonna get us all caught up. Just gonna get us all caught up, okay? Meanwhile, at the police station talking about freaking Lauren, she up there like, listen, I can't do this, okay? I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I said, what you can't do, girl? She was like, listen, I can't do this. This wiretap stuff. The way Carrie be trying to coast up her. I was looking at Rock's review for last week, and Rock said, why is it that, she was talking to Lauren like all sexy like or whatever? And I'm looking at her, and her body language has been that way all this time. If you notice, okay? I know she's supposed to be the sex pot or the teacher, the professor that has these sex addictions or whatever, but she does come off like she's trying to charm you or, sexually hypnotize you or something like that. The way she speaks so soft or whatever. Damn, you finna take her drawers off or whatever. That's how she was coming at Lauren, okay? Just to convince her to stay, because she had earlier had a meeting with Whitman and Kamal and was trying to tell them Jabari book is about Tariq. It has to be about Tariq. All right. You already said that, his father was St. Patrick. Okay. What's his dash? Go St. Patrick. What was his first name? James St. Patrick's. Okay. It's been a long time. You already said that his daddy was James St. Patrick. We already know that he had some allegations of drug, dealings or whatever. We know that. But maybe Jabari got in too close because he was looking into the whole thing with the GTG and all that stuff that was going on, and maybe Tariq knew something was happening, and then that's how he got involved, and this shit happened, But then they said no, because that contradicts what people were saying on campus. They said that it was a white boy that was having all the drugs that was on the campus. And it was like, well, his roommate is white, Braden Weston. Weston? What do he need to do this? I said, they be the main one. They don't need to be doing this. They do this shit for fun, okay? They do this shit for fun. Already papered up, but doing this stuff for a risk adventure, okay? They want to be bad boys, And so, of course, he don't really want to hear that, but Kamal had to talk to him when Lauren came in there. And they was trying to convince her to go on with this because at first she was like, no, because she did record Kane up in there, but she don't know, they don't know anything else. They do look up Kane's stuff, and Whitman's still trying to, it is just irritating because Whitman is still trying to pin this on Zeke, any type of way to bring it back to Zeke. And now that he knows that Zeke and Kane are cousins, literally brothers, but cousin at this point, he trying to say, well, maybe he got Kane to do it. I'm sitting here like, stop it. You keep on saying, what would be the motive for Tariq? What would be the motive for Tariq? What would be the motive for Braden? What would be the motive for Zeke? Zeke ain't that stupid. I mean, he's stupid, but that's it. Zeke is stupid as fuck. And he would have made a big ass mistake. He couldn't have did something so clean like this that we still sitting here trying to figure out who did it. Okay? If Zeke would have did some shit as dumb as they make his character, he would have did this. It would have been messed up. They would have figured this out right then and there. He probably would have got caught literally the next hour. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And I'm like, damn, Whitman, let it go. Okay, let it go. Look into Kane if you want to, because, yeah, he shot him first, okay? But let this Zeke situation go. You only going after him because he was fucking carried. All right, like, let it freaking go. It's irritating. Meanwhile, Tariq, looking into the conservator, played by Alvin, trying to get him to be his lawyer during his custody case. And at first he was saying, no, I'm not trying to get involved that deep because I'm the one that filed the papers that you wanted to take the custody away from the grandma because she couldn't do it. I can't get that deep. Oh, but my daddy said that you supposed to take care of us, and what would my dad think and all this. I said, first of all, I would have said your dad is dead, so he can't think and say nothing. So it is what it is. But of course, he convinced him. He said, as long as you get everything that you need, by tomorrow for this custody agreement, we'll see what's going on. Because, he got to get the apartment. And he would just keep on telling him, you're too young for this. You're too young for this. I don't think they're going to go through. And that's why he keeps trying to back him down like, you're too young, and save him that embarrassment and humiliation at the court with them telling him, if they tell him no, if they reject it, Meanwhile, speaking on that, Kane go over there talking to Dante, and he is in his feelings because he feels as though Monet still got Tariq back to a certain extent, and she didn't go so hard on him the way that she did him. Kane like, damn, why am I still getting the brunt of it? You heard what he said. He admitted to her, but yet you still pissed off at me, and you still treated me the way that you treated me. And, Dante like, well, all you got to do is you got to find a way to ice him out, okay? And use that to your advantage. Dante trying to act like he on Kane's side. I'm just trying to figure out what angle he is trying to run with Kane and Monet. Because I know for sure, just from his vibe, he's not really on Kane's side. He's using him. And Kane can't see it. And so we get that whole situation. Meanwhile, we got Everett and Drew playing around. Girl, they back together, okay? Everett is cool that Zeke is back on the team. That means, even though that means now he's bumped from number 1 to number 2, and he was thinking about going into the draft as well. But they having a little situation. He was like, oh, so you gonna leave? He was like, I got a reason to stay now. And they start kissing and doing their thing. I was sitting here like, damn, is Boosie watching this? Is Benzino watching this? Because, they got a problem with seeing gay people do what they do. But whatever. Anyway, somebody knock at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Bitch, it's Zeke, okay? Drew told Everett, go ahead and answer the door. Because he was just, he wasn't finna hide. He was going to act like he was a homeboy. And that's exactly what happened. And Zeke then changed his hair. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm here everything all good, whatever. I got a new perspective on life, after all this stuff, after always getting all locked up or whatever. It just made me want to buckle down and do what I got to do. Let me go out here on the campus and show these girls my haircut. But hold up. How you know him? Oh, yeah, we met at the club. Remember that night of that we don't even want to remember? Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Well, I'll see you later. I said, boy, it's like his lip and his tongue is heavy, and he got a whole bunch of liquid in his mouth. That's how Zeke talks, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, oh, all right. Meanwhile, Tariq called up Diana trying to talk to her and trying to get her to flow him some drugs or whatever so he can get this money to get this apartment and for the lawyer for the custody hearing that's tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I said, what? She was like, First of all, what you gonna do for me? He was like, I would go to Kane, but I don't trust him, okay? And she said, you know what? I only help you out because I don't trust Kane either, and I feel like he the one that switched our drugs out and put powdered sugar up in that shit, okay? And then find out about this Ramirez situation. And that's the one thing, too. Kamal had to tell Detective Whitman, why was Zeke use the same gun, okay? Why would he use the same gun? All right, because both of them was shot with the same freaking gun. Ramirez was killed by his own gun, and Jabari was killed by Ramirez's gun. It don't make sense at this point. And so, Diana said, she'll help him out until she found out some shit about Kane, help her out with that if he help her out with that. Meanwhile, Diana goes over there to talk to Kane about it. And, of course, he was trying to offer a little bit of resistance. And she said, if you don't help, I'm going to go ahead and tell mama that you the one that switched out the drugs. And he was like, so you going to do that? Like, how would you even know that? It was like, I don't care. But I'll tell her and let her determine whether or not it's real or not. Okay, if you really did it. And he was like, all right, cool. Hold on. I said, baby, I just can't wait because y'all know how Auntie is, as Rox called her. She gonna find out. And that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to her finding out the fact that Kane is working with Dante. And he did all of this to get Dante's approval. But yet didn't know who Dante is to Monet. I can't wait for that to unfold. I can't. So, Mary J. Blige, okay, Monet, she go see Lorenzo. And, he like, see, I told you everything was going to work out with Zeke, okay? All you had to do was wait and have patience. And she was like, yeah, maybe I should have just had patience. At this point, Monet is over Lorenzo. Monet is over Lorenzo and what he can't offer her and do for her. Okay, I mean, you got the street hole or whatever, but she need a man. Okay, she need a flesh and blood man by her every day. And they in the midst of talking. Next thing you know, his phone rings and it's either Davis. Was it Davis or Sachs? One of them basically was saying, yeah, we got money. I think it was Davis. We got money for you, and we looking into your case to get you out. All right. And he dismissed Monet. He dismissed Monet. Meanwhile, we got Whitman sitting there talking to Prosecutor Sullivan. Mind you, Kamal told him, do not talk to Prosecutor Sullivan until we have some evidence on this lead that we are looking into about Kane. Because they already found out that Kane is a Tejada. We know who the Tejadas are, and we know that he had a little rap sheet. It may not be much, but it's just a little bit. This fool then went and talked to her, and she like, I mean, I can't do stuff right now because you ain't got no evidence that's pointing Zeke to this, Zeke to that. And I'm sitting here like, Zeke. Oh my God, let it go, okay? You already got this press conference. You already put him in jail or put his name out there as a suspect and you didn't have nothing against him. And now you want to do it again? And I'm just like, oh my God, he is getting on my nerves. Somebody needs to take him out, okay? Because this is not right what he is doing. And this is how they do it for real. Meanwhile, Sachs come up in there looking like, who he? Did you see the way that Whitman looked at Sachs when and Sullivan as they walked away, as if he was gonna do something? I said, he looked a little crooked. I don't like him. Okay, somebody needs to check his record. Meanwhile, Kane meet up with Braden, and he asking him all these questions or whatever, and about where Tariq at, and I thought y'all was partners. What he doing? He was like, what do you care? All right, you gonna get paid no matter what. So let's just go ahead and get this done. Meanwhile, Tariq had borrowed Lauren's car and he following him. Okay, he winds up following Kane because he's doing what Monet said. Monet said follow Kane and find out what his connect is. Kane is going to the connect, Dante. So he gets to the crib and he put the code in, said he doing delivery or whatever. So he go upstairs. Next thing you know, Tariq is recording all of this. He goes up there to the door and he was about to put the code in, and here come Nuff. All right. I said, oh, Nuff. I just knew Nuff wasn't going to last. All right. Because the first time we seen you, Dante was choking you out 10 seconds later. Y'all remember the episode? I said, damn. He must not be worth it or whatever if you could just choke him out like that. He wound up coming up on Tariq, choking him out and beating his ass and trying to figure out who he is or whatever. Mind you, they looking at the camera, and who is talking is Chef. I said, see, didn't I say a couple of episodes ago when they had that party at the house, Chef got a little power and I need to know his background, his backstory, because he ain't just a chef. Chef is a killer too, okay? And Chef demands respect, and he demands all type of actions, okay? I said, oh, Lord. He had a deep voice a little bit. I wasn't expecting that. It just commands attention. Like, do what I said. I was like, all right, Chef. You scared me a little bit. He was like, Kane, do you know who this is? Because he came up behind you. Do you know who this is? Kane was like, nah, I don't know him. I ain't never seen him never day in my life. Okay, remember the dudes that they was supposed to be going out the Mannings or whoever the freak it was. It was like, maybe it's one of them. He was like, no, I don't think so. I ain't never seen Tim a day in my life. And then they was about to let him go ahead and kill him. Old boy was just beating the shit out of Tariq. And Chef was looking at Kane like, okay. But Nuff, I'm gonna need you to stop, because he was like, you sure? Because once Nuff gets started, he ain't gonna stop. Okay, but he told him to stop. Meanwhile, Dante had them up there, and asking Kane who he was. Don't lie to me. All right. And of course, he continued to say, I didn't know who he was. Chef looking at him like, I know that he lying. Nuff like, so really, he came up here right after you came up here. So obviously he was following you. So you mean to tell me you really don't know who he is? And he was like, I dead ass don't know who he is. And it was like, well, if you don't know who that boy is, and you don't know, we know that he ain't from the other crew, why would you put your hands on him enough without realizing exactly who he was? Okay, and you know what that causes, right? And next thing you know, Dante looked at Chef, did like this. Next thing you know, Chef took that knife that he was cutting them shrimps at and slit his throat. I said, wait a minute. Not on the goddamn shrimps. And I just felt so offended. I felt so offended, y'all. The whole bath of shrimps right there, it was fresh. The ice and everything, which was good because it was collecting the blood. It wasn't that much of a mess to clean up, because all you gotta do is just throw that shit away. But the shrimps, they were perfectly cut and lined up right there. I said, now this is a bloody shrimp cocktail that I didn't ask for. Wow. And now Kane sees how Dante works. Dante ain't the one to be played with. So he needs to calm that shit down. Mind you, they got Tariq's phone. Okay. And so Dante, not Dante, but Kane looked at the phone and saw that it was, it had recorded, because they had the message that it was screen recording or whatever. But we see Davis in the next scene talking to his brother in jail, and he basically saying the white boy, aka Sax, is gonna get the Tejada out. And the same thing that he's doing with Tejada's case, we're gonna do with your case, because it's similar. You're charged with manslaughter, but you have witnesses that said that you didn't do it or whatever. And so Redman is like, are you sure about this? Because I'm cool with staying up in here. Okay. And his whole thing is, we found out that Davis has a secret. Davis done something that his brother took the fall for. And that's what I'm gathering, because his brother is like, you trying to get me out, and I'm trying to keep you from coming in here. Because if people find out what really happened about whatever is going on with Davis, he gonna get his ass locked up. And I was like, ooh, do tell. All these secrets that's going on. Tariq is fucked up, okay? The face is just messed up. He didn't get beat up. Mind you, he had went over there to Monet house, or at least Diane. Yeah, Diane came and got him, and right when he was coming up there, Drew pulled up with Everett, okay? And so they hurried up and get him in the house. He show up to the apartment listing that he was late for. I said, this nigga work on CP time. He been late this whole episode. For somebody who is so bent on about getting custody and doing all that he need to do for his little sister, he cannot keep these appointment times. I said, you should at least showed up at least 30 minutes before. He didn't miss the time of the showing. He was late. The lady come out the place, it looked like a brownstone or whatever, comes out, see him, and said, nah, this ain't happening. I said, baby, this don't make no sense. Lauren trying to understand what's going on, and all of a sudden, Lauren just started asking all these questions about Brayden and Jabari, and do they know each other, and why was he feeling the way that he was feeling when Jabari died, like gleeful and trying to be there for the girls or whatever, and, do he know Jabari? Mind you, he is being recorded. Well, no, this is when she go take him to her brother's place. I said, this whole time you had a place that he can lay low at and use as a place of residency, and you just not saying something. She was like, yeah, because, the brother is in rehab. But while she was there, she asking all these questions about Brayden, because that's the lead that they think is going on. At least that's what, Carrie tried to put out there. So now that Lauren got the new recording, the new wire that's going to be recording in real time, Kamal and Whitman, they listening. And it's confirming that Brayden ain't got nothing to do with this. Brayden didn't know Jabari, so there's no motive. Okay? And now Kamal is like, Tariq was on one of the lists of the suspect. Tariq was one of the last people that saw him. So maybe it's about Tariq, okay? And at this point, he felt like he got something. And they was like, listen, we can get this. We don't have much, but this is enough to actually get into Stansfield so that they can go and look into his dorm. Get a warrant to look into his dorm. Okay, so now Tariq is a suspect. And I said, ain't this about a bitch? Because all I'm thinking about is the fact that Kane had put Ramirez's badge in his drawer and Tariq don't know. Meanwhile, Kane had went over there to Monet and, gave her Tariq's phone. And he was like, this whole time I'm thinking that it's Tariq because actuality is you. You're the one that's treating me this way, putting me up in these situations or whatever, having people follow me, because that's what you wanted, right? You wanted him to follow me to see who the connect was, right? Okay, and you wanted me to get his weakness. Well, his weakness is that he about to have a custody hearing tomorrow to get his little sister. That's what it is. You're the one that's doing all this. And he gets pissed off. And truthfully, I will say this, Kane does a lot, but he's acting out. Because what he was saying is correct. Am I your son or am I your damn soldier? And she said, you both. And he was like, then what type of mother does that make you? He just wants to feel respected by her, loved by her, and she does not give that off. Nothing about Monet says love. Nothing. Nothing about her says emotion. And the way that she treats Kane, that's the reason why he's out here doing the things that he's doing. Okay? Because he don't get that respect from her. And I'm just like, damn, girl. Kane just might be the one to take Monet out at this point. So, wait a minute. Tariq was going on his way to the court hearing, right? The custody hearing. And Monet pulled up on him and said, get in the car, okay? She get in the car. She locked the doors from the inside. She put the child protection locks on there. And she said, you ain't getting out. Now, see, let me tell you something. You were supposed to do all of this without Kane finding out. Well, I tried to do it, okay? Listen, it just happened. But I got you what you needed. And she was like, nah, see, what we gonna do is you fucked up what we was supposed to do. So you gonna sit up in this car until you lose your sister, just like I almost lost my son. I almost lost Zeke. I said, no, we're not being petty like this. And then at this point, he looking at his watch like, okay, so let me break this down to you. You want to act like you in control when you really not. You trying to control me when you don't even know the stuff that's going on right underneath your nose, all right? Kane out here switching the drugs and making the powder sugar just so you could do his connect. Drew out here still fucking around with Everett, the nigga that name dropped everybody, okay? And then, Diane, she the one that stole the money from the safe. I said, that does make sense, and you are 100% correct. So if y'all put that down there in the comments, y'all are correct, okay? And I didn't even think of that at that moment. I said, well, Tariq got a point. He the only one that's actually producing some stuff for your ass, all right? But he just made a bigger issue. She let him out. He go up in there, do the little custody hearing, put on his little, I'm so good, Your Honor. I have everything together. I just want my family to be together. Big Mama can't do it right now. I'll pay for her rehab. Baby, when the judge had said to Big Mama, have you been up in rehab? Have you take steps to get your life together? Have you been in rehab? She was like, no, I've only done God. A lot of prayer. I said, that ain't enough, sweetie. Not for the courts, all right? Not for the courts. But, of course, they wind up, after his little speech, they wind up granting him custody temporarily until Big Mama get herself together. And what really did her in was when the lawyer said that, she was using Yasmin's money for the drinking habit. So that's what did her in. Meanwhile, while he's doing the at the court, baby Kamal and the police is at the Stansfield all up in their dorm. Girl, they ain't find nothing at first, but then Kamal said, it got to be something here. He looked in that bottom drawer and he found that badge. And I said, oh no. Okay. And I said, this boy just got his sister back. You see him talking to the sister, you coming home with me and everything's going to be okay. I told you this was going to happen or whatever. And as soon as that happened, I said, they found the badge. Monet, on the other hand, she over here talking to Dante, Mind you, he had told, what's his name? Tariq told Monet, the connect name is Mecca, and I got an address. She said, that ain't all that I need. I needed some other shit. But, you know, you fucked that up. I said, damn, bitch, you can't be satisfied with that. That's what you asked for, to be honest, you know, if you want to be clear and technical. But she up there talking to Dante like, damn, I was just up here trying to be a good mother, and maybe I haven't been a good mother. You know, I was just really trying to teach them the game or whatever. Maybe it is time for us to get out. Maybe it is time for me to do something else. It was like, but I'm with you. Basically said, Dante, I'm yours. And sealed that shit with a kiss. Okay? A old nasty kiss. I said, you know what? At first, I really wasn't into the kiss. But then as they kept on doing the 360 and throwing it in our face, I was like, all right, Mary. Okay. You know, bitch, what did Dante play on? Because he used to have hair. Oh my God, he was on this show. He was on before this, the last thing that I really saw him in was what's the show with the disappearing plane, and then it came back 5 years later. He was the dude that the main character, the white boy, his wife wound up getting with in those 5 years. But he left. He left to let them have a family. What the fuck? Manifest. Manifest, okay? But before that, he was on something else. Oh my God, I gotta look it up. Because he just looked he looked Rican on them. Now he looked black. But anyway, Tariq show up to the campus, all these cops up there. Braden giving him the look like, go. He tried to turn around, and as he turned around, them cops got him right there and put him in handcuffs, said you charged with the murder of Detective Ramirez and also Jabari Reynolds. And then Lauren shows up to Carrie. Oh my God, what's going on with Tariq? He's getting exactly what he deserves. I said, bitch. Girl, I can't stand Carrie now. I said, you and Kevin need to go together right about that, because y'all getting on my damn nerves. So when Tariq was getting in the car, did you see Drew and Zeke looking at him? Or at least Zeke it was. I think it was just Zeke. Zeke just stood there and he still looked dumb. Like his lip was hanging dumb. I said, what is it? And then we see Davis get a phone call and he hails a cab. Now I'm thinking that was Tariq calling him. No, Tariq is in jail and his lawyer is the guy that was his lawyer at the custody hearing. And he said, listen, this is for you. Your father said to give this to you if you ever commit a homicide or get charged for a homicide. I really wish I didn't have to send this to you. And I said, God damn. Ghost knew his son was going to kill again. And he said, this is actually where you need to be, little nigga. I said, why would you send a bitch? Ghost Patty, because y'all remember when it came down to the end and they really was butting head, he kept on calling him little nigga, you know. He wrote that shit down on a paper. That's why I knew you was gonna be up in here, little nigga. I said, what? You are taunting your son from the grave. He said, that's what you get. You kill me, I taunt your ass. I said, this is some petty shit. Meanwhile, Monet pulled up to the house. And, you know, she contemplating all this stuff because Dante wanted to see Zeke. She said, just give me some time. So she pulled up to the house, right? And she get to the door and she hearing all this ruckus like it's like a party or something going on. Oh, no, baby. Everybody happy. You want to know why? And all of a sudden, I just hear some Spanish. I said, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Daddy's home. I said, damn. They let Tejada out that quick. I said, God damn, Saxon Davis do good work, okay? Baby, they got him out. He was like, I'm home, baby. And they was like, Mom, how did you keep this a secret? This is what you've been working on? She was like, yeah. I said, uh-oh. Monet fucked, okay? She said, bitch, which one? Lorenzo probably would kill her if she found out about Dante. And then they gonna try to kill each other. Oh, my God. I can't wait. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this, baby. This end of this episode got real good. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.